Everybody, welcome to week 3. All right, we are really humming along now. We're getting through a lot of stuff. You've been putting forth a lot of really good efforts, so I want to commend you on that. If you are nervous, I know sometimes at this point students get a little nervous. They say, boy, we're moving really quick. I feel like I'm behind. Am I going to be able to get caught up? Let me just help kind of set your mind at ease a little bit. It's week 3. Plenty of time. If you have questions, if you have concerns about getting behind or worried about a certain assignment or something, please let me know, okay? You can email me, you can call or text me. Remember, it's 585-433-5781. Call or text at any time. And I want to just let you know that you're not alone and that I am here to help you out. So what we've done so far has been a lot of kind of general work. We're going to start getting into some specific stuff now. And we're going to start with the specifics with email, specifically Microsoft Outlook. So we talked a little bit last week about OneDrive. That's kind of the way we can store information in the cloud, and more on the cloud down the road from Microsoft, right? This is part of Microsoft Office. And the email function is Outlook. And you all do have an Outlook account through school. This is something that you do need to be using all the time, so make sure you are using it. We're going to get really into the nitty-gritty, though, about Outlook and what it does offer. And more specifically, we're going to talk about email etiquette. What's the best way to actually use email, especially in a professional setting? I get emails all the time from students, and it looks like they texted it to me on their phone, right? There's no capitalization, there's no punctuation, there's lots of misspellings, and it just kind of goes in one long line of text. Is that a professional email? It's not a professional email. So we are going to talk about email etiquette. What's the proper way to use email, specifically in a professional setting, but also in an academic setting. So make sure you're looking at the lecture, make sure you're taking careful note of all the things you see in the lecture. And we will be talking about email etiquette in the discussion board. That's going to be kind of the scenario for this week, is all about email etiquette. And I think you're trying to help a friend of yours to better prepare emails for his or her boss or something like that. So keep an eye out on that. Make sure you're following the discussion rubric whenever you're posting. Remember that initial post should be at least 150 words, and you need to have at least 3 replies in the week as well. But I hope you do enjoy this discussion board thread. Last week's was awesome. You guys seem to have a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed reading your posts and corresponding with you about some of your thoughts. This one is much more specific. This is much more kind of professional minded. So when we start to get into some of these more specific ones, when we talk about Outlook and Word and Excel, some of the discussion post questions or some of the prompts are very specific, and they can get kind of dry, and you're like, oh boy, what am I supposed to say about this kind of thing? So what I usually do starting in week 3 is this. I usually put in another discussion thread. And this is one that it might be a little more interesting, a little more fun, a little more thought-provoking. And please feel free to post in that thread. Those posts that you make there will count for your overall total. So that's a good thing, okay? Yeah, you do want to have your initial post, but if you want to have your comments be in that other additional thread that I create, please feel free. I do this because I think students really they want to get into subjects that are really interesting and thought-provoking and challenging and kind of fun. And so I do try to add something there. So keep an eye out for it. This one is going to be a lot of fun. It's really going to challenge you to think differently about things. It's really going to stretch you intellectually. So I hope you do enjoy it. So that's got the discussion board. We're going to do discussion board this week. And then you're also going to do an Outlook reflection. So the reflections, remember that there's a reflection rubric as well. You did a reflection last week. You're going to be doing another one this week on Outlook, and this has to do with a simulation that you're going to walk yourself through. The other thing that's going to be going on in week 3 is very, very easy. It's a check-in. And all you're going to do there is you're going to basically tell me how things are going for you. That's it. You get a grade by telling me how things are going. You know, what's your status? Do you feel like you're putting forth your best effort? And is there anything that I can do to help you out? And please be honest here, okay? I really want to know if there's anything I can't do. So those are the 3 things that you're going to be doing this week, right? Discussion board posts, a reflection, and a check-in. If you have any questions, anything comes up at all, any concerns, if you're worried about this or that, or you just have some questions about what we're talking about and you'd rather just email me or call me on the phone, please feel free to do so. I'm always happy to speak to you via phone, text, or email. And overall, I'm just looking to see what you guys put forth this week. Thanks.